couple of little updates on the 790. I've done a couple of mods in the last couple of months, and I've got a couple of trips lined up for the summer, so I'm planning some videos potentially for that. But in my last video, in short, I just installed the new Black Widow exhaust. So far so good. Sounds much better, much bassier. Performance always hard to gauge because it sounds a bit better, it sounds a bit faster, I guess. But overall, I haven't noticed any issues with it in terms of maybe power loss, which can sometimes be an issue with aftermarket exhaust stemming. So all is good with that. No signs of corrosion, and generally speaking, I'm really happy with it. So that's been a really good mod and a very affordable aftermarket exhaust. So would recommend that. A couple of days ago, I installed the AX peak plate. Probably not a new product for anyone specifically. Thanks to Linton Posket for supplying this for me. Yeah, fits really well. I noticed on the this is the version 1 of the XP, and it fits really well. The version 2 goes slightly further along this end, but I wouldn't see that there's a major benefit in. As you can probably see, there's already a little bit of damage here, and the damage is fall protected really well. When it fell, there was no damage elsewhere, so that's always a good sign, and it's got kind of the ergonomics right. I self-installed a little bit of pad in the gap as per the V2, just to create a little bit of a soft foam impact point between the exhaust, because I think that's generally maybe a good idea as an ad. And also it comes with the intermediate plate that fits well over here. So overall, I'm very happy with that as well. Between both, saving a little bit of weight at front, saving a little bit of weight back. So I feel like overall I made the bike lighter in the process as well, which is always good. And also, this is the Power Parts aftermarket seat, and this is good add. It adds a little bit of height, about 20 mil on the height, generally speaking, because it's already quite a low bike, the 790. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference for me. Not quite flat fitting maybe, but almost, still with the higher seat. And you notice immediately it's much easier to get back on the seat. Obviously it's better for off-road overall. I wasn't too sure about the orange on orange, but I think overall I think I'm generally quite happy. You kind of get used to it after a minute, and I think I also removed some of the stickers, added some of my own here and there, and just changed the look. I think if you squint right now you might confuse it for an hour. Not that that's necessarily what I'm going for, but ultimately I feel like that's a nice overall result. And on the way, again, thanks to Linton, I'm going to swap these Apex standard forks, which is non-adjustable and actually generally quite good. I don't bottom it out, even though I do a reasonable amount of off-road, but I don't push it particularly hard. But it's really good for kind of non-pushing off-road, which I quite like. But overall, what I'm going to replace it with is the shocks off a Norden. So it'll be adding 15 and 20 mil respectively, front and back, of travel on each, and they come with some adjustability as well. So not going quite all the way to the 890R type spec, the 48 millimeter, 240 millimeter shocks, but I think that isn't really what I'm after. That is overspec for me. They're obviously quite expensive. If I was doing that, I'd probably be moving up to the 890R in a way, based on the overall difference. So that makes sense. And also, I have not installed some new tires that I've got, which is the TKC 80, which is what comes stock on the 890R, because overall these tires have been fine, the stock Pirellis, but I've noted it in previous videos that on the back especially, when it's a little bit wet and slimy, the results are not great for off-road. It can get gummed up quite easy in the middle, you lose traction quite quickly. Over the summer it won't be so much of a big deal. I may wear these out a little bit further before I change them, but ultimately I feel like that will give me more capability off-road as well. So yeah, slowly but surely, I think probably by the time I get to the end of that, maybe that's the change is done, and I'll see if there's anything else I want to do beyond that point. But I think overall I'm happy with where I've got to. Thanks for watching, and catch you later.